My dear friends, I'm Justin George from Gallant IAS Academy. So in this video, I will discuss with you what are things you have to take care, especially if you are first time appearing for Prelims 2025. How do you manage these last 10 days in order to crack these prelims? What are the new trends you have to expect in Prelims 2025? How to avoid or reduce negative marks in the coming prelims examination? How to enhance your accuracy of answers, how many number of questions would be attempted if the paper is difficult, if the paper is moderate or easy, then how to define or how to identify moderate or difficult paper. These things would be discussed in this video. If you like this, please subscribe, share, comment. Get updated with new videos from Gallant IAS. There are different playlists for making your preparation easier for history, economy, geography, CSAT, every subject. Starting with the last 10 days approach or strategy for this prelims 2025. I would say the first one is list silly stupid mistakes. So these days you would be practicing mock test, lots of mock test, or you would be taking this PYQ test, etc. There you please take care or you make a list of silly stupid mistakes which comes in every attempt of your test. Silly errors are there, very stupid errors are there, repeatedly happening, even test after test you repeat the same thing. So please make a list of frequently occurring silly stupid mistakes, or what are the silly stupid mistakes which comes to your test in every mock. Make a list of it and purposefully try to avoid them in the upcoming test. See, if you make 10 mistakes in every test, 10 into 0.66, if it is CSAT, 10 into 0.83, that would be your negative marks. So please try to avoid the silly, stupid mistakes. If you already have an idea, okay, these are the silly, stupid mistakes which I make, careless errors which I make, then your D-Day will be safeguarded. Okay, so that is first thing. Second is depth of comfort areas. Most aspirants feel that, okay, this is my strongest area, so I don't require any kind of revisions here. But usually what happens in UPSC exam is, from your most comfort areas or the comfort areas which you feel, from those comfort areas, UPSC asks in-depth questions. So if you don't have multiple loops of revisions, multiple rounds of revisions of the strong areas, or if you don't get into the deeper parts of the stronger areas, then you will be facing difficulty in the final exam. So don't ever avoid or don't ever underestimate your stronger areas. In your most comfort stronger areas, you go for deeper diving or deeper analysis. That will save you. Then another thing is simulate and no surprises in the final day. That means when you take the mock test in these last 10 days, every day if possible you can take these mocks for GS and CSAT. So you just practice the actual exams in the actual exam and environment. Set the timer, 2 hours time. 2 hours time you set for the paper, and find the easy or sure short questions, moderate questions, and most difficult questions. Divide your time accordingly. Practice the paper in the time limit manner. Number of questions you attempt or bubble sheet you manage, all matters here. So actual simulated exams, which is very much helpful for you, so that you will not get any surprises or any horrors or errors. I mean, frequent errors in the final exam. Okay, so just practice how to manage the time, how to finish it in like 2 hours, or how to manage that OMR sheet, or how to sort out the questions. All those you practice now itself. The next is that, yeah, predict some areas. For example, when you practice everyday mock test, you can go for prediction of sure short questions from history, economy, geography. Make a self prediction. you just predict, yeah, history, these are the sure short questions. Just identify 25 sure short areas or sure short topics from economy or environmental science or science and tech or history or geography or current affairs, etc. Then after doing that, after predicting these 25 sure short topics from each, just try to make a self revision, self assessment, whether these 25 topics are strong with you. Yes, what are the blind spots in those 25 topics? Okay, just try to revisit, revise, or find the blind spots in stronger areas or in the most potential 25 topics in every subject. Find out the 25 most potential topics in every subject and just do that, revisiting those topics and find out the blind spots and rectify it. Okay, if you are not strong in certain areas or subtle areas, make sure you revised it nicely. Then factual precision or this conceptual accuracy, that matters a lot. Not your confidence or overconfidence will work out here. Please try to understand, yes, especially subjects like maybe art and culture or environmental science, certain areas of constitution articles. You see, factual precision matters a lot. Factual precision, you may have some cheat sheets for each subject. You already prepared the schemes, the articles or national parts, or the festivals or these ministries. You might have prepared those cheat sheets for each subject. So factual precision, conceptual accuracy, that matters a lot. Nowadays you see there is assertion reason type of questions are there, statement 1, statement 2, statement 3 type questions are there, or these 3 rows table questions are there. So they're all required factual precision and conceptual accuracy. And please try to understand, not just overconfidence will work out here. Then also this is very much important to know that yes, you are in a, what I would say that yes, in a mood or in an excitement to solve maximum questions in mock test. But in mock test, while doing mock test, you also practice to say no to or I don't know to certain strange questions. The problem with the most of the students is that with a feeling of maximum number of questions I attempted, maximum marks I will get through the cutoff. That kind of a feeling is that. But if the question paper is difficult, I will show you how the paper will become difficult. Okay, if the paper is so difficult, okay, even after 40-50 questions, still you feel that yes, I am in a dilemma. Okay, I'm not sure about these answers. When the paper is so difficult, don't ever experiment with these unknown questions or guessworks. Okay, so in the mocks itself, when you feel that it is so hard, so tough, just to stick on to these most sure short questions and moderate questions. And there maybe there is 20 questions or maybe there is 25 questions which I mean 90% you have no idea about. In those scenarios, I would say you practice saying I don't know to such difficult questions, because that is also a way of reducing negatives, and maybe because of that reason you may cross the cutoff. Okay. Point number 8 is don't touch the new topics. Yes, this is the last 10 days are left, and I would say all aspirants, especially the freshers, don't touch the new topics or new subjects. What all you studied so far, that is fine. Do multiple rounds of revisions for that and practice mocks. Okay. Now you are touching new topics means you will have the problems like one is with the time. Okay, one is with this how to manage this time is not sufficient for covering those areas. Yes, panic will trigger. Then see, you can't go for retention, not revision, no recalling, and there will be no idea in the mind. You will forget everything. That will again lead to tension, hypertensions and panic situations. So better is don't touch the new topics. If you're not touched, yes, fine, it's good. Whatever you touched so far, whatever you revised so far, revise it. Then prepare micro sheets for each. I said eco environmental science. You have biosphere, you have the species, you have the national park sanctuaries, you have the environmental laws organization. Similar way for polity, similar way for history, similar way for geography, similar way for economy, terminology, something. Yes, you prepare those micro sheets, and in the last 10 days, use those. Maybe for each subject you might have prepared 10 pages micro sheet something, revise them instead of going for that 500 pages or maybe 1000 pages modules of each subject or textbooks of each subject. Don't do that. You may already prepared, I know you already prepared these micro sheets or the so-called cheat sheets, etc. Yes, for each subject may be limited up to 4 to 6 or 6 to 8 pages. Revise them multiple times and practice mocks. Okay, then I would say that after every 2 hours of preparation, you must have at least 15 minutes shutdown. These are also recommended by the toppers and other UPSC experts. Yes, after every 2 hours continuous preparations, at least 15 minutes, just go for a break, small break, listen to some music, or you just, what I say, go for some walk or some exercises, eating or maybe drinking or a walk or listening to music, dance, something you do. Make yourself, refreshed, rejuvenated, and go for the next slot. Then I would say practicing the questions in your simulation test. I would say go like this. You can follow a timer pattern like this. Yeah, first 20 minutes you spent on these sure short questions. In 20 minutes, maybe 30 questions are there, 35 sure short questions are there. Okay, first 20 minutes you spend on that. Okay, next 30 minutes you spend on in the first round. Yeah, in 20 minutes you can finish your sure short questions answer. Then moderate questions could be done in the next 30 minute slot. Then last 50 minute slots you can go for that most difficult ones, okay, where you have to apply your logic, guesswork, etc. So this kind of a division would be nice. First 5 minutes or 10 minutes you read all questions. Then the first round of 20 minutes you finish all the sure short questions, answer them. Then next slot you finish the moderate 50-50 dilemma questions. Then last round you go for this most difficult questions. Okay, this you can follow. See, this is not a hardcore rules. I am telling you, this is not. It is not necessary. You must follow this. If you find it useful, just follow. That's what I am telling. Okay. Already set a plan. Then no issues. I have no issues. Just follow that. Whoever is confused and tensed about the last 10 days, for them I am doing this video. Okay. Now, there is a question how to reduce negatives. This is also a confusion for many aspirants, how to reduce negatives. So, how to reduce negatives, I would say there are solutions given by lots of toppers so far. One is like, see, when you look into that 50-50 chance questions, or maybe you know some choices, you don't know some choices. In that case, what you are supposed to do is that always eliminate the odd one out or find the odd one out, or instead of picking these most accurate choice, you just go for picking the most weakest choice. You eliminate the weakest choices, that way itself you will be finding the most accurate one. So instead of going for selecting the most accurate one out of the 4 choices, yes, please try to find the weakest one, eliminate the weakest one, weaker ones, weak one, then you will come up with the right one. Okay, then see 60 to 90 second strategy. That means if you find a question so difficult, don't spend more than 60 to 90 seconds over a single question. If you are able to finish a question or find an answer, if you find a very accurate answer or a very reasonable answer within 60 seconds, then it is fine. If you are spending, more than 90 seconds over a question, still you are not able to find an answer, then leave it here. Don't spend so much time, because your overthinking will breed, wrong answers only. Okay. So if you are spending 60 seconds, maximum 60 to 90 seconds over a question, fine. Don't spend more than that. Okay. That is also a way of reducing negatives. Then error pattern. You always have while practicing these mocks, you always have a record of these error pattern awarenesses, because usually when you do, you are Amala, you are Adadi, or you are Abhimanyu, whatever. See, when you do the mocks, you already have an idea. Yes, while doing the mocks, this kind of the errors usually happen to me. These are the errors I usually make. Okay, this type of the errors I usually make. That is subjective. So what kind of the errors you make record of that. You may have a performance assessment, or you may have a record of errors. Just try to understand while doing subject test, full test, whatever the test, CSAT or GS, this kind of the errors I make. So if you are very clear about what kind of the errors you make, if you have that awareness that regarding your error making pattern, of course you will not repeat the same thing in the final exam, actual exam. So that is the way also you can reduce the negative marks. Okay, what are the errors you make in the mock test? What are the errors you make in the mock test? Make a list of that and try to purposefully avoid them. Okay, that way you can, if you are aware about this your own subjective error patterns, that will help a lot to reduce the negatives. Then the thing is that follow this pattern, that is always answer the sure short questions in the first 5 minutes reading. Find the sure short questions, or 100% you know the answer accurately. So find the sure short questions in the first round of solving. Solve those 25 or 30 sure short questions. In the second round, that 50-50 chance, where you like 50%, or maybe few options few options you don't know, that you apply in the second round. Third round, that 30% chance wala aapne last round mein karna chahiye. Then I would say that, yeah, before entering into exam hall, you just have a 5 minutes drill, mock drill in the sense that you identify your location, your exam hall, everything is fine. You are in front of your exam hall. There itself, you can just do in the whatever outside, maybe with your friends, somebody you are standing or waiting. Just practice 5 minutes, give a drill, give a mock drill to this test you are going to, or maybe a kind of mock test you just practice, so that it is easy way of getting into the track, and you can, I mean, your mind will your brain will get connected with those thought process. Okay, so that is also a solution, I would say. Then avoid a rushed negatives in the end. There are some people, some aspirants, their problem is that they do questions in the question paper, and in the last 10 minutes they do this bubbling part, the OMR bubbling they do in the last 10 minutes. So that is again a big problem for negatives, because in the question you made a right answer, but in the OMR you made the wrong bubble. So avoid it. Avoid a rushed negatives in the end. Don't do that. When you solve the question there itself, you just do it in the OMR sheet. Okay. See, simulate OMR bubbling. This also you have to practice, because I know people, because of this halfway shading the bubbles, they lost the marks, or paper rejected. So make sure this OMR handling also you must understand. Practice 2-3 times at least. You practice how to handle this OMR. Then skip the first 5. That is another solution I am giving you, because usually what happens, ABCD series, when comes to the question paper, maybe the first 1, 2, 3 or 4 or 5, or sometimes up to first 10 questions can be the most difficult or other planet wala questions. लेकिन कभी उससे डरना नहीं चाहिए. उसकी बात जिंदगी है, उसकी बात जो है सक्सेस है, जीत है. So what I say is that yes, if you find the first 5 questions other planet wala or most difficult unknown, just leave it. Your mind you set like that. You start solving from 6th question, or you start solving from 10th question, no issues. Even reverse also you can do questions, no problems. Okay, then see, know what to leave. Yes, this is also very important according to lots of toppers. Yes, in the question paper, in the actual test paper, yes, the way you know what to attempt, the same way it is also very important to know what to leave, what to ignore. If the most difficult and totally no idea questions, don't play with them. Okay. Easy, difficult. There is another problem with the many aspirants, especially freshers. You know that 2023, 2024, you see the paper is bit different. When it comes to 2023 or 2024, you can see there are lots of assertion reason type of questions or statement wala questions. Usually 1-2 statements. Now it is 3 statements wala questions are there. Conceptual questions are there. Sometimes 3 rows match the pair or table questions are there. When such questions are there, paper is bit difficult, especially statement based conceptual questions are there, means paper is bit difficult. But still, I would say that it is answerable. The paper is answerable. You remember there is a question. What was that? It was about constitution wala question. Constitution defines that like what is called efficiency wala question. See, such way there are lots of questions where elimination is possible. Elimination, the basic common sense is possible, where you can apply this basic logic. Okay. So what I said is that the statement based conceptual questions, don't think they are too difficult, but still elimination option is there, because in 2 statement wala assertion reason, if assertion is correct or reason is wrong, you will find the answer. Okay. See, hyper-specific current affairs wala questions. When the paper is having hyper-specific, usually current affairs have a pattern. Okay, when they are hyper-specific facts are asked in the current affairs, then, or maybe the old current affair, old specific current, facts are asked, then it would be difficult. Similar way, unusual weightage of certain static subject. For example, usually art and culture is having 4 to 6 questions maximum, but sometimes when it went up to 10 questions, 12 questions, then it is a sign of danger. Similar way, when it comes to environmental science, also very tough fact based questions, and the number increases, then it is a sign of danger. Elimination doesn't work. Lots of your UPC toppers and your faculties, they teach you different elimination methods. When the paper is with a full of questions and having no space for elimination workouts, then that scenario also the paper is tough. Okay, and उल्टा, इसकी जो उल्टा होगा उसका मतलब है कि वो पेपर easy है. Okay, now see, when it is toughest questions, I would say, when you feel the paper is so tough, the way of getting negatives reduced is attempting 80 to 85. Maximum you give 80 to 85. If the paper is moderate one, you can go up to 90 to 95. No issues. Okay. So it is up to you. So these are things I would suggest you how to take care when it comes to the last 10 days of this prelims 2025. So wishing you all the best, and for more reliable videos, contents, you just subscribe our channel. And if you wish to get mentorship with us, yes, you can contact us. Me or other mentors are here to support you. Okay, all the best. Thank you.
Gallant IAS, chasing your passion to ace.